say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck him. And everybody in the crew, I mean, win.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if you want to dare to be great.
You know what I mean? Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right? They're the best 147 pounders in the world. They're the best 140 pounders.
Gervonta Tank Davis sparked controversy on X right after Terence Crawford's historic win over Canelo Alvarez. Instead of celebrating the moment, Davis claimed he could beat Crawford himself, writing, "I'll swing on him for real." He doubled down on his confidence, vowing to train harder and prove doubters wrong. According to Davis, a victory over Crawford would cement his place among boxing's elite. But Davis's dismissive tone drew sharp backlash. Analysts argued that even if he didn't want to praise Crawford, he should at least show respect for an achievement many thought was impossible. Crawford's decisive victory over Canelo was a landmark moment in boxing, and critics felt belittling it was shameful and unworthy of a fellow fighter.
Dominated a first ballot Hall of Famer, a 4-division champion, a 2-time undisputed super middleweight, and was the reigning undisputed 168-pound super middleweight world champion. Superstar boxer, Saul Canelo Alvarez, who is now 63 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins by way of knockout. And Gervonta Tank Davis, I'm not even going to read off his accolades, because what he did is just nasty work. And this is your king that y'all be praising. Gervonta Tank Davis, instead of applauding the accomplishment, just tip your hat. Just tip your hat. Hey, salute. And if you don't want to salute him, guess what? Just don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. If you don't want to salute that man, just don't say nothing. Right? And so, Gervonta Tank Davis takes to social media because the boxing world is praising Terence Crawford for what he did. After Gervonta Tank Davis, when the fight was announced and when Terence Crawford was saying he wanted to go up from 154 to 168, Gervonta Tank Davis said he was doing it for the money, not for the legacy.
Interestingly, long before this controversy, Crawford had been candid about his opinion of Davis. He described him as someone who avoids real risks and prefers talking over taking on tougher challenges. Crawford even admitted he simply doesn't like Davis, making it clear that a potential fight would be more than professional, it would be personal.
He would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens, or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, you know, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways.
Bill Haney, father and trainer of Devin Haney, also weighed in. He dismissed Davis's remarks outright, saying there's no way Tank could replicate what Crawford accomplished. Haney criticized Davis for trolling bigger fighters instead of focusing on his own division. According to him, Tank should stay in his lane at 147 pounds rather than chasing publicity by calling out champions from higher weight classes.
Ask your thoughts on Tank saying he'd knock out Terence in 6 rounds. You think he was playing, trolling, what? Selling tickets to his new fight?
Was that like his tweets? Like
he said it
on video.
Huh?
He said audio. He said it. He's like, if I tap that chin, you know he chinny.
Listen, Terence has already hired us for any of the low guys. Anybody 130, 26, 30, 35, you know, Gary Russell, Tank Davis, cannot go to get to Terence Crawford without going through us. Rolly Romero, leave Earl Spence alone. You see what I'm saying? You come over here and you get that ass whipping too. You know what I mean? Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right? They're the best 147 pounders in the world, and they're the best 140 pounders for a reason.
Trainer Greg Hackett spoke passionately about Crawford's triumph over Canelo, calling it one of the most important achievements in modern boxing. He stressed that Crawford has nothing left to prove, as no fighter since the days of Bob Fitzsimmons and Henry Armstrong had climbed through weight classes to dominate an opponent as celebrated as Canelo. What made the victory even greater, Hackett explained, was the manner of it, a clinical, one-sided performance, not luck or a close decision. In his view, Crawford's legacy is now undeniable, and he should focus on enjoying his success rather than answering critics.
Armstrong held them all at the same time. Legendary shit. He goes in there and beats arguably the best fighter, or one of the best fighters of his era, regardless of weight class. What was your thoughts on that?
The performance was like clean. Like, it was real. It was times where it was close calls. Like it looked like Canelo might get him right here. You know what I mean? Bud found a way out, slip up out of there. He was working behind his jab real good. Footwork real good, you know, setting the pace. He was creating what I like to call spider web in there. You know what I'm saying? That's basically setting traps with your movement. The part I didn't expect was for Canelo to really approach Bud like Bud, you know, like he was just gonna punch on Bud. He was looking. What I mean by that is Canelo, when he would hit Bud to his hips or like on the shoulder, because I seen him do it a few times. He was like, Canelo was like looking for those results that he usually get when he do those things. And I was like, I can't believe he looking at Bud like that. Like he really trying to play Bud. I mean, on the low. He know Bud can fight, but it was like, I'm gonna hit, all right, when I hit you on your hip, you gonna act right. I mean, when I hit you on your shoulders, you gonna act right. And you can tell Canelo's been spoiled over the years. Canelo's gotten better, a lot better. And Canelo is a legend for sure. But you could tell he's imposed his will on a lot of guys and won off of his poker face alone. You know what I mean? Along with the...
Despite his dislike for Davis, Crawford hasn't ruled out fighting him. He made it clear that if Tank is serious, he must move up to 147 pounds for a fair bout. For Crawford, such a fight would silence the trash talk and give him another chance to showcase his superiority. He placed the responsibility squarely on Davis. If Tank truly believes in himself, he should take the risk inside the ring rather than relying on bold words online.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes, and, you know, daring to be great.
You will fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147.
Ooh, see, oh man.
You're gonna have a pre-camp.
Then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
Respected boxing commentator DJ Rum praised Crawford's versatility and mastery. He described him as one of the rare fighters who can do everything at the highest level, adapting seamlessly to any style, whether against punchers, counterpunchers, or pressure fighters. Ram compared Crawford's performances to artistry, where every adjustment is a calculated brushstroke. He called Crawford a once-in-a-generation talent whose understanding of timing, distance, and angles sets him apart from everyone else today.
Like I said he would, you know, Bud is special, man. He can adapt, he can make adjustments. There's nothing he can't do. I was a little worried because in the beginning when the fight was announced, because of Canelo's power, Bud coming up, they're like, oh, he come up 2 weight classes. I considered it, he came up 3. He only had 1 fight at 1.
Yeah, 1 fight at 54.
Yeah, right.
So I feel like it's 3 weight classes in 2 fights.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that right there, that was a big thing because Canelo is strong. Canelo does hit hard, he got power, and he's comfortable at 168. You understand what I'm saying? He's more comfortable. I didn't know if the weight was going to do something to Bud, but I know there was ways that he could outbox him easily. And he did it. Closer to the fight date, I changed my stance on it and leaned more to Bud, which was a good thing because my prediction was right yesterday on it, and he just outboxed him, outclassed him. He showed people. I think he still followed a bit of the Mayweather blueprint. You know, Canelo has to plant his feet all the time to throw off his power, let off his power shots. He has to just make that quick stop, real quick, like a millisecond. That's all Bud needs to move out the way. Bud sets him up to get a reaction. By the time Canelo goes to throw that punch, Bud slips to the side and catches him that way. It's too late, you know what I mean, for Canelo to... His planning of the feet to throw his power punches, if more people figure that out and really take that into consideration in their training camps, I think he would have more losses. But a lot of them fear the power.
Even after accomplishing something so rare, analysts noted that Crawford still wasn't receiving the full credit he deserved. They argued that favoritism toward Canelo, especially in Mexico, combined with the racial bias Crawford has faced as an African-American fighter, played a role. For them, the reaction to Crawford's victory wasn't just about boxing, it reflected deeper issues of popularity, race, and perception in the sport.
Enough for a guy to come 2 to 3 weight divisions lower. Well, so you would be asking a guy to literally just stand there like this new slap exercise, slap me and I slap you. That's not boxing, and that's extremely sour grapes. And my advice to you is this: although most times people will stay on cold, there's there's exceptions to the rule where people will say, I'm not going that far. You know what I mean? Like by our administration right now, that's governing the New Russia. They do a lot of illegal things on a daily. But this pedophilia, some people are saying, no, I'm jumping off the boat on this one. I'm going to go with protecting the kids. I mean, I'll go with you with a lot of stuff, but protecting the kids is kind of important to me. Should be, right? It should be, levels, or it should be, where you just you don't go a certain length, right? It should be borders, so okay, I don't go past that line. And the line should be pedophilia, or a line should be no objectivity at all in the world of boxing. You saw a great performance, and Canelo just lost, right? This guy is just a better fighter, right? If he can come up from that weight division and stand in the pocket most of the time, and still win. If you are saying that you don't want Canelo to be able to cut the ring off with this guy that didn't really run at all, then you're basically saying, well, listen, let's just stand and slug. And that's brawling, right? That has nothing to do with boxing. And so people are going to jump off that. And here's something else that's going to happen to you people right now with sour grapes and are racists running around just saying ridiculousness, right? Because
Rising star Hamza Shiraz also voiced his admiration for Crawford, calling him a mean machine who always finds a way to win. For Shiraz, the victory over Canelo only confirmed what he already believed: Crawford operates on a level few fighters in the world can match.
About himself, in the post-fight press conference yesterday, he goes, my mind wants to do it, he goes, my body can't. Doesn't mean he's totally shot, he's not totally shot, he's still a great fighter. And someone I could definitely see myself in the ring with pretty soon.
And beating?
Yeah, definitely. It would have been kind of nice for him to get the win and then me to fight him and then potentially have beaten him. But yeah, God has a different plan.
Look, it still could be Canelo. I don't know when. The plan's obviously a little bit ruined, but do you believe you'd stop Canelo Alvarez, Hamza?
Do I believe I'd stop him? I believe I've got...
Crawford's longtime trainer, Brian Bomac McIntyre, gave insight into what comes next. He suggested that Crawford is unlikely to chase a fight with David Benavidez. Instead, he may vacate titles and take time to relax, enjoying the freedom to choose his own path. With nothing left to prove, Bomac emphasized, Crawford has earned the right to prioritize his legacy and personal goals over critics' demands.
If Benavidez can make 168, maybe he has plans or ideas of maybe trying to match up Benavidez and Terence Crawford.
No,
there.
man. No, I ain't doing that fight.
Maybe planning on vacating the belts?
No,
we ain't gonna vacate the belt. So, you know, we just gonna sit where we need to sit for a minute, and then just like I said, get back in the gym and do our thing.
Honest.
And he don't want to.
4, no. So what does this performance prove about the Ennis sparring? You guys were largely
I told you it don't make
it.
no difference. Didn't I say it? I said that don't mean shit. I don't give a damn about that.
Yeah.
I said that, didn't I? In one of those interviews, I said that. Don't mean shit, because he's no Bud Crawford. I'm not taking nothing from Ennis, you know, Bozy, them over there, them my guys.
Even heavyweight legend Evander Holyfield shared his respect for Crawford's performance. He praised Crawford's timing, footwork, and ring IQ, saying the victory over Canelo was not just a win but a demonstration of mastery that reminded fans of what true greatness in boxing looks like. Coming from a legend like Holyfield, this praise carried tremendous weight.
Crawford's performance over Canelo?
It was super.
Super.
Because the thing is that when you got I think both of the guys are good.
Right.
I just think that when you have two guys, the smaller guy is a guy that don't have the punching power, but he has the skills that's necessary.
Crawford.
Yeah.
So you were very impressed with his performance? Would you say?
Well, yeah. The point of the matter is, I knew if it came down to if somebody got knocked out, I thought Crawford would probably get knocked out.
Yeah.
But I know about boxing.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more. Until next time.